guys just starting? Do you have an update on Avery, how she's doing?
I mean, I think she'll be all right. It was just one of those things that has happened, and your own man falls on top of you, and so she tried to go again, but obviously it didn't look like she could move. So rather than take any chances, I figured we'd take some precautions instead.
Just to be clear, Coach, it was a knee?
Yes, she got landed on. I don't think it was anything, from what we can tell, it was anything, beyond just that.
Do you know how much, did you guys feel the absence of Dork inside today?
Well, I mean, every game that we play, we're at a huge disadvantage, obviously, in the lane. And some days more than others, some games more than others. But I think the effect of, not being able to score enough, we went in with a couple goals in mind. And we felt like the free throw situation and rebounding, and Notre Dame's, I think they're averaging like 30 free throw attempts a game. I think tonight they got 7. So we did a pretty good job of eliminating a lot of their points that they normally get. We didn't win the rebound battle, so a couple times that hurt us. We just didn't have enough scores on the floor, and enough people playing, at a real high level to get enough buckets when we needed them. I think we relied so much on Lou, getting us a basket when we needed it. But and Aaliyah got a couple, but we didn't get enough from enough people in order to be. Notre Dame played really inspired. I think. We caught him at a bad time coming off of Thursday's game. And every time we made a run, we cut it to 5, I think, in the third quarter. And, a couple possessions, a couple mistakes, and next thing you know, it's a 12-point game again. So we just weren't able to keep up with them scoring-wise.
Coach, how do you get your team ready from a coaching perspective when you have so many injuries? Like, how does it affect them psychologically? How do you handle that?
Well, if we have enough time, I think they can figure out a way to handle it if we have enough time. But when it happens, like, during a game, early on, I think it can affect, especially when it's somebody that's, averaging 25 a game, whatever. I think it puts people in a tough spot, because now all of a sudden it dawns on them, I have to make the shots that we normally would get from somebody else. I have to score more points. It's daunting on the road against a really good team. And the staff, we get reminded all the time of just how many points we're sitting on the bench today. And it's December, though. You have to take it like it's a long season, and you don't win national championships or lose national championships December 4th. But you do get to find out what it is that can help you down the road win one, or it can prevent you from winning one down the road. So winning the game would have been great tonight. It would have been, this afternoon, it would have been an awesome win here against a really, really good team. But the next best thing to winning the game was we kind of got a glimpse of like what could happen if we don't make up for whatever it is missing. And we'll get Dorka back, obviously. That'll help a lot. We'll get AZ back, so that'll help a lot. But just because you get players back, some of the things that we did today that hurt ourselves, those aren't going away just because you add a couple more players, So there's a bunch of things that we need to fix. And they became evident today, for sure. For sure.
Thank you.
You've coached a lot of great players, faced a lot of great players. What is so special about Olivia Miles?
Like all really, really good guards, I think she senses the tempo of a game. She kind of dictates where she wants the ball to go, and there's very little that you can do. There's like only so many things that that you can prepare, like defensively. Okay, let's see if we can take away this. Let's see if we can take away that. But for every little thing that you take away, she finds, and obviously you need a supporting cast, but she finds whoever it is that you left open to come help compensate for her. And she did a great job today of not just getting her own shot, but distributing the ball to her teammates who made big shots too. That's, good guards do that. They don't force things. They don't take bad shots. They don't throw the ball away, And I thought she played exceptionally well today.
Will both Dorka and AZ be available for Thursday's game?
I'm guessing AZ will be. Dorka, we'll see. She practiced a little bit yesterday, a little more yesterday, and she went through shoot around today a little bit better. So we'll see Tuesday and Wednesday how practice goes, and then we'll make that decision.
You mentioned just using this game to kind of learn what you guys need to do to improve. You mentioned kind of needing more scores, but what else stood out to you of what you really want to clean up from this one?
Well, I thought we screwed up a lot of coverages defensively. I don't know that we communicated as well. And I do have this theory, when you don't score for stretches, you fall asleep defensively too. And I thought we did that a couple times and gave up a couple big shots, a couple layups. So we got to tighten up some of our coverages defensively and communicate a little bit better. There was just too many breakdowns that we had, and some things are going to get fixed. We shouldn't have to have Lou and Aaliyah and Nika play 40 minutes every night. That can't be. That's not sustainable. So we have to find ways to get more people into the game that are going to be productive. So some things I said can be fixed. Some things, it is what it is for right now.
What do you think was your biggest focus coming out of that locker room going into the second half?
Going into the second half, I would say the number one thing was to be more assertive, be a little more aggressive. I thought when AZ came out of the game, we were very, very tentative. We were very skittish about who was going to score, where the shots were going to come from, and we started to pass up a lot of opportunities. Our movement slowed down, and we talked about at halftime that if we attack and if we move the ball more and we move people more and just do the normal things that we do and not stand and watch like we did the first half. It was that, and then defensively, I thought we needed to keep them out of the lane, not let them score so easy in the lane. And we did both of those things for quite some time. We were down 17, right? We cut it to 5, doing exactly what we had hoped to do, and we played much, much better. I think we outscored them for the second half. I don't know. Maybe we did. I don't know. Yeah. So I thought the defense got better and better in the second half. A couple big mistakes, but we just couldn't generate enough points tonight. That's the bottom line.
Coach, you mentioned those defensive breakdowns, and I think you got out of your seat first in the first quarter when Miles had a couple
contested
layups.
Yeah.
Why was Notre Dame so difficult to deal with in transition?
Some of it, some of it was transition. I don't know what the official box score was, what they, I thought, I thought us getting back on defense, we were overly concerned, and we shouldn't have been, with making sure that the wings didn't get any open threes, when the whole point was, let's make sure nobody gets into the lane. Let's make sure she doesn't get a chance to go to her strong hand, go right and go to the basket, go right and go to the basket. And I think her first 5 buckets were go right and go to the basket. So I think maybe that was a message that was poorly delivered. Don't let her go right. Should have been make her go left. You know how kids are today, You gotta be careful how you phrase things. They can't tell them what not to do. You gotta tell them what you want them to do.
You talked after previous games just how you like how this team has responded this season. Just what did you think of how they responded throughout the course of today's game?
I thought in the first half not so well, but I thought the second half coming out of the locker room, I thought we were the better team for long stretches. I mean, it was. I thought our effort again. I think we got a little bit fatigued. They're not an easy team to have to play a lot of minutes. But I thought for 15 of the 20 minutes in the second half, I thought we were a better team, but not enough to overcome the first half and then the last 5 minutes.
Any other questions for Coach?
With some of those injuries that you've had recently, Patterson gets in there for 19 minutes. What have you seen from her so far this season?
Well, you saw if you watched her play. I mean, she competes really hard. She has a lot of energy out there, and she's just so young and so inexperienced. It's one day at a time with Auriemma, and I just think she's going to be terrific. And the more minutes she plays, the better she's going to get. I think a game like this really kind of helps her going forward. There's such an upside for her. She just is one of our greatest competitors, and we made a decision to go and play bigger rather than play smaller. We add a little bit of scoring in there, and I think that when we get one of the things that you have to have is, which we didn't have today as much, for Auriemma to be even more effective than she was today, we need another big guy that can make shots from outside on the perimeter. So when Dorka comes back, that gives us the opportunity to do that, because she's more of a shooter than who we have right now. So it'll be really, really good to see them play together like that.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you,
Good?
everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Yep.